Wait. Huh? No. Whatever.
I guess what? Alright, so this is where we left off. Okay. And then this is where we solve the memory.
Weird. Ilyas, do you remember this place? Huh? Did he get separated from us?
There's no need for that.
Alright.
Let's see the memory of her. Oh, boo.
It's okay, Ilyas.
I don't understand. He shamelessly used your thesis to send in a project application.
Do you know how many people are working on that project? If Johnny was kicked out because of academic fraud...
But he's obviously taking advantage of you. He throws you the hardest work, and after you're done pulling all-nighters, That's not right!
A lot of people warned me to not say anything. It's okay.
Half a year of your time and effort. He's treating people like cattle.
Enough. It's fine. I just need to suck it up and get it done.
What's the matter?
A glimpse of Felix's past.
Huh? You could read minds this whole time and you never...
Of course not. I was also able to see those memories just now.
Connecting...
It's clear that this place isn't a work in progress. The collective consciousness project is already complete.
So
and
you tricked us?
not entirely.
Oh, okay. Good chest there. Oh, like that? Oh, look who's here.
The wind knows me.
Let's light it up!
One with nature.
Eat that.
Flicker.
And then skadoosh. Oh, whoa.
It's completely different from what Ilyas said. This place looks like it's been done for a while.
What happened? What happened to your leg? What the heck? Wham.
Contributing to the collective by only thinking to your strengths. How easy.
Huh?
Alhaitham.
Just thinking of that name fills me with hatred. We must get rid of him.
Oh, this guy who hates sages? I mean, loves sages.
Whatever.
Oh, is that one of his idol? Another memories.
An entire year's worth of work down the drain. And for what?
You could have played hero any time. So why couldn't you have waited until the project was complete?
I don't understand what you guys are saying.
It's a shame. What happened to him? Everyone has been working hard to complete the project.
In any case, we're done with you. None of this affects you at all. Now our futures are up in the air.
I'm sorry.
There's no need for an apology. It's not like I'll accept it anyway. You'll pay for this.
Uh-oh, that doesn't look like a good face.
Hey, you're blinking out again. What did you see this time?
Don't jump to conclusions just yet.
Right then?
Just in case, why don't we take both keys with us?
Oh, I got it. Got it? Ah. Whoa, that's too fast. Okay, you know what? I'll leave the key. Oh. Memories!
Well, Alias, this is all very strange. Well, to pass this course, you must complete a paper with other researchers. Maybe you should try to improve your relationship with the other researchers.
I understand.
You seem troubled.
Who are you?
Ah, where are my manners?
Siraj. I've heard of you before.
The world hates people who don't fit in. I imagine you've had your fair share of trouble. After you reported Johnny for academic fraud, you were ostracized and shunned. However, I'm working on some research that will help you merge into a collective. That way, your life won't be so dolorous.
Oh.
How about it?
And he accepted.
What did you see?
Joe.
I can't believe it! No! Siraj is the real Giga Jerk here! Ooh.
Giga Jack. I have one key though.
You've come. I intentionally slowed my integration into the collective consciousness because I wanted to see you one last time as Ilias, and I wanted to apologize to you as him. It was only at Gandharvaville that the second thing I must do occurred to me. Bring you all here to throw off the Matra and bring Alhaitham to the hive.
You were already Siraj number 36?
Yes, I truly did forget many things during that time. However, it's not that I got scared and forgot. It's difficult to fool Alhaitham, So I had to create the perfect guise for myself.
And the best guise is when you believe your own lies.
Correct. I only told you that the hive was incomplete because I had deleted my memories of its completion. It was finished a long time ago. Before I left, I was already living as number 36. Only here can I be truly free. That's all I wanted to say. After I enter this room, my consciousness will merge back into the collective.
Is this your decision?
Yeah, the person we know is Ilyas, not Siraj number 36. The outside world is painful sometimes, but Paimon doesn't think that's a reason to run away.
Do you need more time to consider, Ilyas?
Hey, who are...
That is
Siraj.
So you're that giga jerk!
Giga jerk? Huh, how bold of you. I modified Akasha terminals to allow users to share memories and emotions. I assigned numbers to everyone and divided the experiment's tasks amongst themselves. Here, people can live easily and happily without needing to exercise complex mental thought.
You're just trying to justify yourself!
Then I ask you, what's the difference between here and the outside? There are researchers at the academia who engage in dangerous research in extreme environments while others become idle and listless. People are so obsessed with collective will. Isn't that right, Ilyas? There's no need to deny this, as it is fact. It is natural for social creatures to congregate together, and the terminus of conformity is a collective consciousness. Welcome to the hive, Alhaitham. A few simple words from you, and my research was consigned to nothingness. Of course, I'm well aware that you don't care about any of this, but I didn't give up.
When we arrived, I noticed many empty rooms in the hive.
Oh, you noticed that? Then can you guess where their inhabitants are? The answer is the academia. They're executing another phase of the plan. Plan to install me as a sage. The collective consciousness links all of us into a single mind. Everything has been proceeding smoothly. You are our biggest obstacle. The project will snowball until ultimately everyone will be part of my hive. No. The hive will be in control. And it will lead the academia towards a new future.
We won't let you do this!
What can you achieve with mere words? Return to the hive, number 36.
Yes.
Wait! Don't go back! And you aren't an outcast!
That's easy for you to say, given that you're travelers. Return, number 36.
Ilyas?
You two are just as arrogant as Alhaitham. You think that everyone should be like you and live according to their own truths. I allowed number 36 to leave the hive without his memories only because I knew he would eventually return. Alhaitham, do say a word or two.
I made those words quite clear a year ago. The model you presented was extremely unstable. No amount of garish packaging will change its fragile nature. It can't be helped. If you were clever enough to realize those problems, then you would have been aware that the hive changed when Ilyas returned to this collective consciousness of you.
What?
What's happening?
The collective needs motivation to execute its plans, just as machinery requires energy to operate. That's why you, as the Overmind, synchronized your hatred of me into the collective, prompting them to create and execute a plan to eliminate me. However, when Ilyas returned to the collective, his memories and emotions were shared with the rest of its members. This includes his perception of me.
Thanks for that. You know, you don't seem like such a bad person. Strange, isn't it? Why did I have those thoughts at that time?
This contradicts the hatred you had provided them, and these two differing emotions will give rise to new conflict.
So that's it! Wait, so you knew that Ilyas would return
That's
to the
all
hive?
along. That sound again. What does that sound like?
And then you pretended to keep him around just to fool Siraj. Wouldn't expect any less from you, Alhaitham. Once the collective consciousness bugs out, we'll take that opportunity to... wait.
Alhaitham, I told you. You're too arrogant. Ilyas's return had indeed introduced abnormal emotions into the hive, but your struggle has been in vain. And it's time to end it.
So many monsters, and something feels off about them.
I also integrated monsters into the collective, though I ranked them last. Even so, they are part of it. Despite their lack of intelligence, perfect cooperation can be achieved. Now then, drown in endless waves of monsters.
Hey, Alhaitham?
I've already sent my gift to the collective. It'll take some time for the recipient to receive it. You two just need to brace yourselves for the nuisance in front of us.
Well, alright.
Come on, sometime you need to be quiet a little bit.
Scatter!
I'll just play Alhaitham for now since I don't have him.
Here you are.
Alhaitham isn't that bad of a person.
But it has to be done. He must be eliminated so that we can evolve.
Internet is dying.
Into the wind.
Okay, never mind. He's coming back to life.
You see? That is the will of the collective. Even with the hatred gone, they continue their work.
As one with wind and cloud.
The wind knows me.
The process of elimination. Here you are.
He won't hold out for much longer.
He's a lot tougher than we imagined.
Something's gone wrong with your academia. The march.
Poke bolt.
Not a bad play.
What's going on? What's with this sudden influx of information? Silence! As the Overmind, I command you!
Not allowed to command people, boys. Oh, so that's what he said when it take time to receive.
No, my sword. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Scatter!
Wind strategy.
How is that possible? Why hasn't it been resolved yet?
Was there an error in my judgment?
The will of the collective cannot be wrong. The Overmind must have made an error in its judgment.
But Siraj is the most intelligent among us. He is number one. His judgment is the opposite.
Is that true?
No, my sword.
See.
What have you done?
Calm down. Don't you have an easy way to figure this out?
You were only
designated as number 36? What a shame. From what I can see, your talents merit a smaller number. Putting aside the validity of the data, it is meaningless to judge individuals based solely on their jnana energy.
What you said to Ilias has now become a memory shared by all members of the Hive. I see it now! You've channeled and amplified their selfish desires! You're trying to destroy my Hive from the inside out!
Human minds are not infinitely pliable, and your Hive has stretched many of them to their limit. Once your authority as Overmind starts to wane, it won't be long before your subjects snap back. Is it worth living here like a machine? Being a tool for the rest of my life? As soon as one person begins to have these thoughts, selfishness, doubt, and fear will propagate, thanks to the web of consciousness that you built. At this stage, your so-called Hive has already fallen.
It's not over yet. I am the Overmind! There has to be a way!
Bro, you're gonna fall to death.
It's too late. Once the desires of the Hive accumulate, beyond a certain threshold, they will kill their king.
I wouldn't have suffered such a disgraceful defeat if I was the Overmind.
My number shouldn't be so far down the list! Siraj is a liar!
This isn't what we agreed to!
I should be the one in your position!
Oh, the thought got into his VR? Alhaitham is weird, but he's smart.
The Hive shut down?
Is that?
What happened just now?
Members of a collective consciousness are more likely to reach a consensus because of their shared memories and emotions. For example, Ilias did have differing perceptions, but he ultimately followed the collective consciousness's judgment. However, this system is far from perfect. Based on this logic, the collective consciousness will generate an intractable diffusion effect upon encountering negative emotions. The disturbance that Ilias caused wasn't for naught.
Setbacks in the plan further amplified doubt, which
Apprehension, disappointment, panic, avarice. But in the Hive, where there are no secrets, negativity can spread like a tidal wave. A few words were enough. Believe in the power of words, Siraj.
You were already thinking of a way to destroy the collective consciousness. Even back then, you knew that Ilias was the bait all along. But how did you know?
I knew it from the moment I saw him. Moreover, I never looked down on you. My opinion of you has always been objective. You have a naive view towards the concepts of collective consciousness and human evolution, but you are intelligent and disciplined. You would never let a test subject escape. Mistakes like that are beneath you, and you also won't leave any mistake without a resolution.
I never thought I'd hear those words come from you. But if you're saying that out of sympathy, spare me. I know very well that you've never viewed me as an equal. When you were with us, you always had a distant look in your eyes. You don't need to hide it. I know it better than anyone else.
Your perspective is entirely born from your habitual way of looking at things. From your perspective, you probably think I'm like you, someone who doesn't fit in. I just want to distance myself from meaningless noise and look at everything objectively. On the other hand, you have failed to come to terms with who you truly are.
You mean to say that I'm the arrogant one here?
Is that not so? Arrogant and emotionally fragile. You view people as a simple, mediocre collective.
Regardless, I have lost.
You will stand trial, yes. But arresting people isn't in my job description. I'm just an ordinary staff member. I believe it is the General Mahamatra's duty to escort you away.
Oh, I think I know what's happening. My headphone ran out of batteries. No wonder I keep having those. No wonder where it comes from. Ran out. No fun. Hungry. Eating. Yum yum.
I followed the symbols. Looks like things have already been settled.
Symbols?
I left a similar picture in my letter to him, and I made several similar symbols on the way here.
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, Paimon remembers! When Paimon first saw you, Arav said that you had left a letter for Sino. So you really did know that something was up with Ilias from the start!
It'd be best if you didn't spout nonsense. I never employed any mode of trickery on you. By the way, I came across some information at the Academia a few days ago.
Seriously? By the way, Sino, Paimon heard that Siraj sent more people to the Academia.
Don't worry. The Matra have started screening suspicious persons. This was likely one factor that caused the Hive's consciousness to waver.
Good. Seems like the interesting part is already over. I'll leave the arrests to you. See you.
And off he goes. There still are a lot of test subjects here.
Oh no. Oh no. I was involved in all these plans to get rid of the acting Grand Sage? What came over me? How could I—
We were accomplices without knowing it. Whether he's the scribe or the acting Grand Sage.
We can discuss the future later. Leaving the collective left me with a strange sense of guilt. I didn't feel anything towards Alhaitham at first, since he wasn't well known. Siraj made us hate Alhaitham. From how things look,
I guess we're getting what we deserve. Could you help us apologize to Alhaitham?
Sure. Paimon will help you tell Alhaitham.
It's okay. No matter what he chooses.
It's time to go.
Let's go.
So, were they all duped? We can ask Alhaitham about that later.
Looks like I can't exist as Siraj number 36. When I was at Gandharvaville, I thought about whether I should just come forward with the truth. But I didn't have the courage then. So in the end, I lost my sense of justice.
Ilias?
Don't be sad. However, I didn't come out of this completely empty-handed. I realized that the collective I was always trying to fit into wasn't as powerful as I had imagined. Understanding that gave me courage somehow.
You can do it.
Thanks. Well, I should get going. Can you keep this a secret from my parents and my sister? Also, please apologize to Alhaitham for me.
All the test subjects have been taken away. I'll have my subordinates seal the place. Are you too hurt?
Paimon's fine.
Get some rest. Alhaitham is probably waiting for you at the entrance. Watch out for any of Siraj's associates who might still be in hiding.
Okay, you stay safe too, Sino. Let's go meet up with Alhaitham.
That was tough. Not a bad quest, I guess. I'm still as.
The matter's settled. We can return now. I actually thought it would have been settled sooner. Judging by your faces, it seems like you two still have some questions. I respect your curiosity, but I'm off the clock now.
Hey, we're not your colleagues!
You couldn't tell that was an excuse just now?
What? Are you kidding me? You're not leaving today until you explain what happened back at Siraj's secret bit.
See ya.
Hold it right there.
Are you done? Your behavior is reminding me of some other people.
Stop changing the subject.
It's too much of a hassle to explain everything from the top. You know what? Come with me.
Where to?
You'll know when we get there.
Huh. In that, I guess. Paimon is just way too I don't know what to say. 7? Alright, Alhaitham, wait. That's 2. Oh, his house! No way, it's Alhaitham's house.
Is this your home?
Yes.
What's with you all of a sudden?
Ah, you're back. Quick, come help me see if this painting's all straightened. Huh? Who are they?
Stop making a fuss.
You're not from the academia, are you?
I'm unsure she's seen you before. You're the...
Wait, what? How do you know me?
What? You're embarrassed only now of all time?
Oh, you guys are roommates!
Yes, we are, but keep that to yourself.
I keep a few books on collectives and the subconscious here at home. I'll get them.
Hey!
Hey! You're leaving just like... Sorry, I know we've only just met, but I have to ask. Are you, you wouldn't happen to be actors that Alhaitham hired to pretend to be his friends, would you?
What?
Guess not. I've never seen him invite friends home before, so please excuse my surprise. You guys get it, right? You know, with his temperament and stuff.
But aren't you his friend?
I wouldn't say friends exactly. Okay, well, we used to be.
Huh?
Don't worry about it. My name is Kaveh. I'm sorry to have met you under these circumstances.
You seem like you got a lot going on.
Are you serious? How could you... of course.
What? That was a normal response. You exposed your own weakness.
Still, why do you have to treat me like he does?
Judging by the deafening din coming from the living room, you all must be getting along quite well.
Entertain your own friends, why don't you?
I'll leave the books here.
Paimon's dizzy from reading. Paimon wants to know,
A year ago, Siraj presented his thesis to the Grand Sage. The first, as I've already said, was that his research was on human evolution. The second was that I thought the direction of his research was too extreme.
Wait, that's too conservative?
One way to stabilize a collective consciousness is to remove the test subject's humanity altogether. The optimal solution to achieve collective consciousness is to focus solely on the overmind and treat the other test subjects as tools.
That's way too dangerous.
I'm merely stating the facts. It's impossible for any species to evolve overnight. That's why the academia prohibited research into human evolution.
Huh. Paimon gets it now.
Ha! That's rich coming from you. If humans aren't humans without their humanity, then you'll probably evolve into some other species in another decade.
What about you? Are you going to devolve into a fungus?
At least I'd be a fungus with empathy. Sorry for eavesdropping, but what happened to you guys?
Sort of. We encountered a strange researcher that had it out for us.
Are you all okay? Huh. So that's how things went. Such is life. If only he'd known, Alhaitham could have stayed indoors today. Plus, he could have helped me with the housework for once. See those books? They've been sitting there waiting for someone to sort through them for an age.
Can you feel the awkwardness in the air? I hope you're aware of your lack of conversational skills.
Oh, so the pot's calling the kettle black, is he?
I'm doing quite well. Much better than that painting you're trying to hang on the wall.
You don't understand anything. Stop criticizing my taste in decoration.
Paimon can't tell which of them is more problematic. Let's just get this over with and leave.
You whisper very loudly.
Oh,
Do you have any more questions?
let Paimon think.
I bear them no ill will. More accurately, I don't really care about what they think of me. To some extent, they were also fooled by Siraj.
Ilias also said that he wanted to tell us the truth at Gandharvaville. He apologized to you too.
It doesn't matter. I never considered asking him to come forward with the truth. Judging from his experiences, he's more courageous than the average person. There's no need to lay even more criticism on him. I'm going for dinner in 10 minutes.
Paimon doesn't have any more questions. How about you? Oh, yeah! You only started investigating with the Matra at the Academia because you were interested in something, right? But after meeting Siraj, it didn't seem like you were interested in him or his experiment.
I had no interest in him personally, but I was curious as to why so many people were willing to form a collective consciousness with him. I now understand the reason. Correct. The fall of the Sages and the shutdown of the Akasha terminals deeply affected the Academia. The fact that Siraj's project attracted so much interest despite not being approved speaks to the lack of research projects as of late. As the acting Grand Sage, I'll have to figure something out. In addition, what happened to Ilias is worth our attention.
Paimon understands now.
I think minimum viable seriousness is a more apt description.
Wait, your resignation?
Yes. I've already submitted my resignation to the Academia. Soon, I'll resign as the acting Grand Sage and go back to being its scribe. I don't think Siraj knew about that. What he'd do then wouldn't have been any concern of mine.
But why do you want to resign?
I'm not suited to be a sage. If I serve as acting Grand Sage for too long, the position might become permanent. It's important to keep your priorities straight.
Oh, now that you say that, Paimon's kinda hungry.
See ya.
The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell.
He isn't someone who would leave an impression, so it's...
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the Academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the Academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm delighted to see that you have a base amount of self-awareness.
And I suppose they'd let everyone know that your career as a sage will be as shaky as that painting.
Again, that's mighty rich coming from someone about to resign.
But my salary will likely stay the same.
Wait, what? How come?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his client.
You... I took time out of my day to clean the living room for you, and this is the thanks I get for it?
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to buy some furniture with that, Mora.
What? Are you trying to annoy me to death?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine. Go ahead and hide behind your financial success if you want.
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming features at all?
Artistry, for sure.
So I'll have to bring you along and then buy you drinks?
Of course.
But why would I do that? It would just be another form of a loan, and you'd have to pay me back eventually.
Can't you just be nice and not ask for the Mora back?
Pretending that you're not in debt is as ridiculous as pretending you're not living in someone else's home.
Speaking of which, your friends won't say anything, right?
There's no need to hide it so carefully.
What? No. The name Siraj doesn't ring a bell.
He isn't someone who would.
I've always had a hard time appreciating the way that the academia pressures people by labeling them as geniuses. But even so, the academia can't be left to you. Or perhaps I should say that I'm
And I suppose.
Again, that's.
But my salary.
Wait, what?
At least I don't have to be an architectural designer who works himself to death just to get a smile from his.
You. I took time.
Make sure to pay back the rent you owe me. I'm going to.
What? Are you trying to annoy me?
You'll have to blame that on my financial freedom.
Fine.
I think I'd have too many choices, to be honest. You, on the other hand, can you think of any redeeming feature?
Artistry, for sure.
So I'll have to bring you.
Of course.
But why would I do that?
Can't you just be
pretending that?
Speaking of which, your friends won't say.
There's no need.
What?
Well, poor guys. Oh, yeah, I think we're done here. Yeah. We're definitely done here. Stay out of here just in case, and I'll see you guys